saw him out there practicing, and we're taking pictures last week. Um, I would think that Ryan Tannehill has enough money to go to that. There's a very nice D1 in Nashville. To go to that D1 and go, look, me and my boys want to come in. I'm going to go ahead and just rent the whole place out. I need you to clear the place out, no pictures, nothing going on. Like, that would have been the better way to approach this than going out to a random high school with high school students. And by the way, I was right. Tannehill in 2015, Tannehill's made $115 million.
Stealing money.
Straight cash.
Love it.
Got another 80 mil coming to him.
Nice.
He could have built his own indoor practice facility for this.
I mean, if you're going to cheat, don't be cheap. Like, go to an indoor in Nashville, throw out, I mean, middle of the day, middle of the week. September 30th was a Wednesday, right?
Yeah, you can go somewhere.
You can go throw out 2 stacks and rent the place for the day, right?
I'm sure you could. Maybe a little more than 2 stacks, but yeah.
I mean,
they got it. It's a write-off.
Yeah. Instead, now they're talking about they're going to get punished so badly by the NFL that it's going to make the Patriots' punishment of Deflategate, Spygate, and all that look like a parking ticket.
Well, they got to. I mean, you got to think they have already fined coaches $100,000 for not wearing a mask. You would think they're going to charge guys. They're going to, slap them a little bit more.
Huh?
We thinking draft picks?
Yes.
No, that's not good enough. Not for me. Nope.
What do you want them to do?
Give the Jags a win.
They need to forfeit some of their games.
All 3 of them.
Yep. That'll show them.
Jags are 2-2.
2-2
at the quarter pole.
Or
yes,
maybe if they don't want to, go that far, maybe that's too much. Just, the forfeit doesn't mean you necessarily win.
Huh?
Like you don't have to give up. They just vacate wins. Then we vacate the loss.
No, bump that.
No, that you get.
No,
I know in other sports,
you're
they
thinking
switch the result. It'll be like 3-0.
James is thinking like what happened to Joe and
like that's just take it away.
Yeah, that's after the fact. Like during the season, if you forfeit, man, you got to give me that win.
Oh, okay.
I need that dub.
2-0.
Can we find something that the Dolphins were doing as well?
Yeah, not playing Tua.
Were they cheating? Get us to 3-1.
But if you're not cheating, you're not really trying.
I mean, I'm not going to get onto them because I got to know more about this situation with the Titans. Like,
it wasn't all of them.
Of course not.
They said it was only like 15.
Oh, was that many?
Well, then that's guys just feeling like they need to do something. That ain't really cheating.
So we don't even know if it was Tannehill.
15. Well, we do.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, somebody took a picture.
Was the coach involved?
There was no coach involved.
Okay, well then, yeah, that's not.
I mean, it's. I don't know. Was it Vrabel texting Tannehill going, "Hey, y'all get your lazy butts out the house and go do something"? I mean, I doubt it. It was probably more like Tannehill calling the receivers and tight ends and running backs and going, "Hey, let's go throw some balls." I mean, I don't know. But here's the bad thing is this ain't, I mean, they're going to have to make an example because the NFL's heading towards what Major League Baseball was in when they first started. They're heading towards games being canceled or replayed or something like that more than just this past week, which leads me to the state of Florida. Are you guys comfortable enough right now, and I think I know what JJ is going to say, to go to a stadium that is packed?
I mean, I was already. I don't know. I mean, I'm good. I'll be in my protective gear. Given to me by Quick Draw, rapid testing.
I'll say recovery.
I was gonna say recovery.
All right, we added to it.
But I mean, the teams that I would go watch their games, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not overly interested in even going.
Yeah, that's a totally different question. Do you want to go see Florida State in person?
Until I see change
Absolutely
behavior. I mean,
not.
that's a lot.
Does Miami play Notre Dame?
No.
That's a shame,
Which
too.
sucks. They really screwed that up making the schedule.
Who's they play North Carolina, right?
Yeah, end of the year.
At Miami?
I'm not sure. I would go anywhere to any game right
You
now.
would?
Are you kidding me, dude? Yes, I'm not a wuss.
I don't know if I could. I don't know.
I mean, there's only a 99.6% survival rate, so it's probably safer that you stay home.
I mean, maybe it's in my head. I'm not
It
going
is.
to argue with you about this.
The
But I'm just saying,
survival rate isn't really what I'm worried about. I get that part.
Okay, you're worried about having a fever for a day. Cool.
Yeah, I don't want to miss work, but I don't want to go. Like if I knew flu was there, I wouldn't want to go. But
that's not
if
true.
I enjoy
the flu is there at every stadium you've ever been in your entire life.
If I know like 3 people are gonna like, I'm not really overly interested. I'm happy that it's on TV. If they were winning, I would be there. Like let me try to figure out if there was a.
If you were in the situation where I am, where my
to
team plays Clemson in an undefeated game with game day there on Saturday, you would be
I think that would be good.
No doubt.
If
what
I get
we're
an
talking about
opportunity,
is DeSantis came out today and said stadiums can be full. But go ahead.
Like obviously he's got to make that move eventually because they got to get the kinks out because you know where the Super Bowl is this year.
Right, Tampa.
So you're going to want that to be full capacity. Mm-hmm. Now, if I get an opportunity, well, I wouldn't go to the Super Bowl, but if I got an opportunity to go down to Tampa and be able to partake in the festivities, I'm going to want to go partake in that.
Dude, Tampa during the Super Bowl week?
Oh, God.
It's going to be nice. I love Tampa.
It's going to be
already.
Awesome.
It's going to be lit. Like,
okay, so I got you on the Clemson thing, but Pittsburgh plays at Miami. Your buddy calls you, it's a noon kick, and he says, hey, JJ, I got an extra ticket.
See, now you're making it to where I got to start driving at like 6 in the morning or like The point is, I'm not scared of COVID to go to any stadium.
To a game that you would normally go to.
Yes.
I got you.
Ever.
The Jags get on a 5-game winning streak, and there's a huge game that gets flexed to Sunday night.
Yeah, place would be packed.
That's going to be tough not to go. At least go tailgate.
Because once you allow a full stadium, the mass thing's out the door, right? Like you can't police 65,000 people.
I heard that it's actually still up to the local people. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Miami said they're going to stay at the same capacity through October.
Which I get that's CYA, and then see how it goes, and then just continue to do that. For me, I mean, I'm telling people like you go to the game, hit up Quick Draw, show your ticket. You get a discount.
Boom.
Go get tested real quick, just in case. Then you do it a couple times, and maybe you're not as nervous.
Well, I think that's right. Because Angie and I have gone out to eat, which we didn't do forever. And the first time, bro, it was like, I don't know what I thought was going to happen. I don't know if I thought there was going to be like an active shooter situation or something. Like
COVID.
Yeah, like I don't know if I thought maybe like
someone was
going to do a random like cough by or something.
COVID comes up like the guy who killed Uncle Charles in the Crossroads.
and then now we've gone a couple times and it's all fun. So I think you're exactly right. I think it's like we got to. And this isn't a political statement. It's not how I believe, but at some point you do just kind of have to get yourself back into a new normal.
Right. I like some of the stuff that's going on. I actually like how restaurants have the spacing. Now people aren't all in my conversations.
You talk that loud?
No, but like when they're like right up on you, they pack those things out. Like when I went to Ruth Chris where they show Hella Love on my birthday, it was cool to have like 2 tables, have people 2 tables away from me on each side.
That whole story was a flex for him to say that he went to Ruth Chris.
I mean, it's really not as bad as what people think. It sounds like
there's a fundraiser for Jimmy Judge at Ruth Chris. Actually, I was going to tell you about
when
2 Sundays from now.
Oh yeah, I'll go to that one.
So it's like $100 includes all the food.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say, whoa.
Yeah, actually, I want to get that to you so we can put that out on our.
But account. if it covers like
it covers food,
all my food, then
just not alcohol.
Is this a guy with a disease?
That's for
he's got ALS.
Okay. It's for a good cause.
Yeah.
I dropped that on Jimmy.
Yeah. Did y'all know? Speaking of 2020. Did y'all know that West Nile was still a thing?
Oh, jeez.
It's just not.
That's the one through mosquitoes, right?
Yeah.
Do you know
Ebola's still a thing?
You know, the guy in Blacklist that works in the the DMV that Reddington always goes to, the short guy, the small guy, he died of West Nile today.
Really?
Yeah.
That sucks. Out of all the ones that
In America?
Yes, in Los Angeles. Yeah, he was 63 years old. Clark Middleton is his name. He's an actor. And he died Sunday.
We're letting celebrities die from West Nile?
From West Nile.
Yeah, that's kind of...
That's scary.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything.
Famous people aren't supposed to die from stuff like that. That's like
that
homeless people death.
I didn't even know that was still a thing.
Man.
Anyway, back to the Titans.
You think anyone on the Titans has West Nile?
I mean,
do we test for that?
Do you get West Nile just from mosquitoes? Like, that's not transferable, right?
Yeah, like human to human, I don't think you can get it like that.
You know how unlucky you have to be? They have mosquitoes in LA.
In LA, that's the part that trips me out. Like, I didn't even know.
He had to go, like,
I thought that was a Florida thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I personally think that they should take draft picks away from the Titans. I mean, this is
like a big one.
I think everybody who practiced should have to sit out 2 games.
So you just hurt the people who did it, not the organization.
Well, that's gonna hurt. I mean,
yeah, you're right. That's a couple L's probably.
What they're saying
depending on
is,
who it is.
They said there's buzz in the league circles of possible historic punishment for the Titans given the various violations, especially if Troy Vincent was the one that told them not to practice, one league source said.
Yeah, Troy don't play.
Yeah, so questions are lingering regarding what the Titans knew, when they knew it, and when they shared it with the league office.
The main problem with all this for the Titans is that the Players Association agreed to all these guidelines.
Right.
So they don't have anybody to have their back.
No, they're going to be completely left out in the cold on this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, completely. I mean, are they playing this week? Because don't they still have...
As of right now, yes, but I wouldn't hold my breath. They had 2 positives, and if it only stays at 2, you would believe they're definitely playing.
Especially
the NFL's not trying to move these. Yeah, and what's it called? The hibernation period or whatever, where like you might test negative, but you still have it. They haven't quite figured that out yet. So I think by the time...
It's not hibernation, but
I know it's something like that.
Hey, I just used the word.
By the time Sunday comes around, I think they'll probably have
incubation.
Yes. Boom.
Incubation.
Because the NFL's not trying to move these games around.
No.
They
have like do what they did to the Patriots.
Start this week, and that's when we're gonna do it.
Like Cam got it, and I think a fullback got it, and they're asymptomatic. They made them go. They tested everybody else, put those guys out for 10 days,
right?
And then they'll probably play this week.
Well, Gilmore got it.
Yeah, that's new.
Yeah,
and there's that picture going around of him.
Gosh, of him and
with Pat Mahomes
basically kissing each other.
And KC basically went out quick and said, "Nah, Kermit doesn't have it. The frogs don't get
MVP Super Bowl winning frogs don't just get COVID."
So the Titans placed wide receiver Corey Davis on the COVID-19 list today. Other players on that list are Adam Humphries, Jeffrey Simmons, Christian Fulton, outside lineman. So they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have 8, 9, 10, 11 if you count 3 practice squad guys. 11 guys on this list? Wow. I mean,
what's the cutoff, do you think, like number of guys wise for an NFL team where you're like, they can't play? It's got to be around that, right?
It can't be much more than that. I mean, you're talking about, I mean, I'm not great at math, but isn't that like 20% of the roster? I mean, yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see these next couple of weeks because obviously, I mean, there's been talk now of the NFL wanting to possibly do a bubble situation, inside of each city.
Which, I mean, honestly,
it's not a bad idea.
It should have been done.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what you feel about it, like just do it. Just be safe.
And the narrative is that the players don't want to do it. Every player that I've talked to that I've brought that up about, they're like, well, of course we don't want to do it, but we would.
You know what players also don't want to do?
Lose a couple mil.
But that.
Practice.
Obviously, they don't want to practice. They don't want to live.
Watch film.
They don't want to do a lot of things, but if you need to do it and it's deemed necessary
for that paycheck,
they'll do it.
Yeah.
How would it work though, with so many people?
No, you just do it in each other's city. Like
when you get there, you mean?
No, like Jacksonville, all the Jaguars organization would stay in one hotel.
It's basically
for the whole year.
It's
until
basically
the season's
camp.
over.
Right.
Like you would still fly to the other cities. Okay, I see what you're saying. Not all the teams are in one city.
No, not like an NBA ball.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's and I suggested that you just really everybody basically stays in the same hotel when you're in camp.
And the season's already a quarter way through. Like it's not that much longer that you would have to do that.
Not at all. And you can after you feel like you have things relatively under control, you can do what the NBA did, where they allow families to basically come in. You can allow
those brother.
I mean, they
specific invitation. You can't have an Instagram model, but you can have
your wife,
some woman that you have known for a while.
I mean, they basically did it when the playoffs started. NBA, right?
Right.
It's actually, I think, the second round.
Yeah, they're like, if you're a loser and you get popped in the first round, you don't get to see your fam. Well, I guess you do. You get to go home.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it'll be really interesting to see the next couple weeks if that does come to fruition. Because like situations like this Titans deal right here, where the NFLPA and the NFL players now, like that's a strike. They already had a strike because you did something to get the COVID that you weren't supposed to do.
See, I don't like that.
What?
Just acting like someone did something nefarious to get COVID. Like one of these guys could have been going by all the rules and he got it from his wife.
No, that's true. Wife could have got it from the grocery store. Yeah. No, you're right. No, that's fair. But we can all agree they're not supposed to get together and practice.
Of course.
So you've kind of lost a little bit there. So now when the owners say, look, we need to isolate you guys, like the Titans players, they can't say a word.
Do you guys think that we'll start the playoffs when they're supposed to be started?
No. I mean, if they, because what the NFL is not going to do is let some teams finish with 14 games and the others finish with 16.
And just do like win
percentage. Right now it's only one. Well, they figured out the game that needs to be.
Yeah, but they got to cancel this one. If they do, isn't this Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh was the one they were supposed to play last week.
That was last week. That's the one that got rescheduled to like week 7, I think.
Well, who's Tennessee play this week?
I don't know. None of them are.
So Tennessee didn't play last week.
No.
So if Tennessee misses another game,
they're supposed to play the Bills on Sunday.
Yeah. See, if Tennessee misses another game, that's 2.
But see, I think what the NFL should just do is just make a forfeit. Don't like you already got the one. We gave you your one free pass.
Would you say that if it was somebody else besides the Titans?
Yeah,
you would.
Honestly, yeah, I would. Like because if with this situation, now there's some jokes in there, but when I minus the jokes, like those guys went out and did something that was way out, was basically out of bounds of what was agreed upon.
That's fair.
Like
you think that could be the punishment?
I think that should be. That would be unprecedented.
Yeah, it would. It would. But then you're giving their opponent a win too, so that's kind of a weird thing.
But I'm saying, that's really now. If I'm the opponent and I'm tanking, that's not welcome. I would be like, no, I don't want this.
Who'd you say they play this week?
The Bills.
The Bills.
The Bills aren't.
Bills are 4-0.
Wait a minute. Hold on. No. Wait a minute. Hold on. They can't. They got to go out then make the 15 players who participated not play. So I need my wide receiver.
I knew this
the wide receiver to play. and the running back. He did pretty good last week.
Singletary?
Yeah.
That kid's a beast.
We got to take a break. I've got a question for y'all about Kyle Trask.
Heisman winner?
That I want to ask possibly. We'll start there, but I'm going to make it even bigger than that. Let's get to that when we get back.
It's Friday night high school football play-by-play.
The Bulls Bulldogs are back at home Friday night against Trinity Catholic, and you can hear every play on 1010 a.m.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, se-ortho.com. Go to the site there. You can learn so much at that site. You can learn all about their team, all their locations. There's locations all over town. So you won't have to go far to get the help that you need. Stop limping around, stop complaining about the pain, and get in there and live your best life. That's Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. I go there. I went there for my knee. I went and saw Dr. Swanson. You should do the same thing. They'll take great care of you, just like they did for me. se-ortho.com. That's Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
The Truck Accident Law Firm is a national truck crash law firm based right here in Jacksonville, focused on making First Coast roads safer through zealous advocacy for families of those injured or killed by unsafe trucking. The Truck Accident Law Firm focuses exclusively on tractor-trailer, bus, and commercial vehicle crashes. If someone you know is involved in a serious crash with a tractor-trailer or commercial vehicle, contact your local truck crash specialists at truckcrashlaw.com. Non-attorney spokesperson.
If you're a business owner, you don't need us to tell you that running a business is tough. Don't let QuickBooks and spreadsheets slow you down anymore. Now is the time to upgrade to NetSuite by Oracle, the world's #1 cloud business system. NetSuite gives you visibility and control over your financials, HR, inventory, e-commerce, and more. Join the over 21,000 companies using NetSuite right now. Schedule your free product tour right now at netsuite.com/music. netsuite.com/music.
Get ready for Jags at Home Sunday, a second screen viewing experience with Ashlyn Sullivan and Eric Dunn. Win weekly cash and prizes totaling more than $10,000. Visit jagsathome.com.
At 1-to-1 Financial, we're proud to support dozens of the best breweries and restaurants in Jacksonville. And as the hometown credit union, we have one thing to ask. Please invest in Jacksonville. Now more than ever. Go on out and enjoy some great local food and beer. We'll make it easy. Head over to Kingmaker Brewing in Riverside, October 2nd to the 4th and October 9th to the 11th for socially distanced Oktoberfest. The beer is awesome, and it's just $12 to get in. Google Kingmaker Brewing or check 1to1fcu.org for details. Man, that Gardner Minshew can throw over mountains, can't he?
Like working outdoors and want better pay and benefits? Superior Fence and Rail is seeking full-time fence installers with pay ranging from $16 to $25 an hour and more with commercial experience. Superior Fence and Rail will train you to work with their professional team and provide you with all the tools you need to be a top-notch installer. Get off the fence. Call Superior Fence and Rail today and start your career.
When you're on the fence about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Looking to upgrade your old wardrobe? Let Mariano's Custom Tailor on Beach Boulevard custom-made suits and shirts for you. We also do alterations. Come to our store or we'll come to you. Mariano's Custom Tailor, the local expert at making you look great.
Brakes for less is what we do. We know drums, rotors, pads, and shoes. If there's a squeal in your wheel, come see the best. 733 Stop.
Brakes for less.
All we do
are brakes for less.
Mark Watson, Hardball Creative. Now that Casual Friday is casual every day, how about some new logoed polo shirts, maybe custom boxers and bathrobes? Online at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
This is Frank Frangie. Join Dan Hickett and me for All Things Gators, our podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists with new episodes every Monday. Subscribe and listen by searching for 1010XL Florida Gators Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or TuneIn.
Instant Keys offers honest professional locksmith service for lost or broken keys and keyless entry remotes. Call Instant Keys at 722-1111. Get dealership-level service in just minutes at a fraction of the cost. 722-1111.
Frank Frangie here for Big Chief Tire. Your family's safety is important to the experts at Big Chief Tire. Don't let your vehicle's needs become out of sight and out of mind. Big Chief Tire's trusted team of experienced technicians will provide a free estimate after a vehicle inspection, so you can get back on the road and drive with confidence at a price that suits your budget. Verify your vehicle's safety before you get behind the wheel. Visit any of their 4 convenient Jacksonville locations or schedule an appointment by visiting BigChiefService.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Ackerman Urology gives you the home field advantage. Don't trust your sexual health to the internet. Our local urologists treat prostate disease and sexual health issues to ensure your confidence and wellness. Don't ignore symptoms that hold you back. Visit AckermanUrology.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
It is the Sports Den coming to you from the Quick Draw Rapid Testing Studios. That's why you got tested again today.
Yeah, they got a new test. They got the nose violations. But it's different than the last one. It's
It didn't go all the way up, right?
no, it gets in there. It's in there.
Oh, really?
It's longer, not as much girth though, but it actually goes up and then down.
What?
Like it goes actually into your
Whoa.
your canal. But because it's so thin, you don't really it doesn't do what the last one did.
At least you know it's very thorough and they're not giving you a false positive.
And
Right.
It's like
It's real.
And it's quick. Like they like so there's teams like if it was the Titans and they needed to get in and out, they can actually probably get most of it. If they had a couple of techs, they can get most of the team done in less than 30 minutes. Everybody.
Really?
Yeah, because once you go and you do it, they put it in a solution. It has to sit there for about 10 minutes, and then it goes into a reader, and then once it goes into the reader, it's 5 seconds, and it tells you negative. But if you don't want to get violated, they have the finger prick test.
Quick Draw Rapid Testing, QUIK, drawrapidtesting.com to get all the information that you need to get. If you think you've got the COVID, go get it checked out. Like, just go make sure. Just if you've been like around it, it's $40. Is that what $40 too?
Yeah. No, yeah. The other one is $75. But here's the thing that I learned is that it doesn't matter where you go, they'll give you the paperwork and they'll actually walk you through how to bill your insurance to get your money back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Quick Draw Rapid Testing. Go and find out. They also have 8-hour hand sanitizer that you can pick up while you're there, or you can go there, just pick that up. Either way. Kyle Trask has started the year off like unbelievably well. I mean, that's an understatement, right? And the thing about what he's doing is you can tell that Dan Mullen has put all of his faith in Kyle Trask, and he's running the offense he wants to run. Talking 684 yards through 2 games. 2 games, 684 yards, 10 touchdowns, 1 interception. Completing 72% of his passes.
I don't care who you're playing. That's impressive.
That's crazy, right? I mean, 72% of your passes and you're averaging 340 a game?
Mm-hmm.
And 5 touchdowns a game. My question is, what does he have to do to be the number 3 quarterback? To jump over Trey Lance.
Keep doing that.
Right. I mean, he's 6'5", 240.
I mean, he's got the measurables. I don't know how he'll but I don't know how he'll do at the combine and stuff like that when you actually isolate him and you see his arm strength and things like that. But when you watch the film, he's in complete control. There were a couple times last game where he kind of deviated off script, but I think that was less of him showing who he is as a quarterback and more maybe he was just bored. Sometimes when you're doing everything, it seems like everything is working. Sometimes you got to go make it a little harder on yourself. But South Carolina actually had a pretty decent game plan too. But I think, especially when they play LSU, right?
Mm-hmm. They play Texas A&M this week and then LSU.
Right. So I think these next couple games are against teams that people think are a lot more competitive and tougher. Obviously, if he's able to pick up the victory against Georgia, or even if he plays Georgia in the same manner. Now, if he goes from hero to dud like it's been the last couple of years when they play Georgia, and don't give me the stats and the text. I mean, I watched the game.
No, the stats aren't good either.
I remember one person said Georgia didn't do all, and I'm like, man, if you watch the game, Georgia was in control of that game defensively. But if he's able, that should be the scary part. Like if Georgia's defense is able, if a defense is able to stop them and they have an offense that can click, I say Georgia because last week it seemed like they fixed a lot of those problems. But it's a week-to-week thing, and people are still trying to get used to
Georgia's
playing
football.
football.
Show me again against somebody not named Auburn.
Well, I mean, the fact that they couldn't do it against Arkansas.
Arkansas's defense looked pretty good this past week.
Right, but I mean, I'm just saying before that,
yeah,
Auburn has more name brand recognition than Arkansas.
I'm not sure. I don't take Felipe over Bo Nix.
Oh yeah, without doubt.
You know?
I didn't think Bo Nix was any good last year. I think Bo Nix was exciting in the fact that you didn't really know what you were getting, and he was still. It was the newness of it. But while I enjoyed watching Johnny Manziel play, like when he was at Texas A&M, I didn't have delusions of grandeur. I just enjoyed the cockiness in the way he played, and I think that's really what happened with Bo Nix as well. Yeah. Bo Nix had a really good defense last year that puts him in some really good positions.
Like food stamps, Johnny Manziel.
Well, yeah, great value.
Yeah,
but my point is, Bo Nix is not very good. And if they had a chance to do it all over again, like if Joey would have no, he wouldn't have played. Bo Nix would have had to really crap the bed to play. But I think
somebody asked me that today. If Joey was still there,
no, he wouldn't play right now. It would be middle of the season, maybe, if he continues to play the way he's playing now.
So let me give you some stats here. Kyle Trask last year, 2019, completed 67% of his passes for almost 3,000 yards, 25 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Joe Burrow's junior year, he completed less than 58% of his passes for 2,900 yards, 16 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Now, I'm not suggesting that Kyle Trask is going to have 60 touchdowns like Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow had last year at 60 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Joe Burrow also played 15 games. Kyle Trask won't get to 15.
Right.
But if you start taking the pace he's on right now and you take it over a 10-game period, there's 50, right? There's 50. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen, but 50 touchdowns. If he just does this every 2 weeks, which he's got harder competition coming up, 50 touchdowns? Let's just say he does it over the course of this and their bowl game, and he gets 50 in a shortened season.
That's a lot.
Not only is he sitting in New York for the Heisman, possibly winning it, like at that point, you got to start making the argument of, is this guy the number 2 or 3 quarterback? Now, I don't think he's going to go before Justin Fields or before Trevor Lawrence. And I'm sorry, JJ, because I know that's your boy. But does the North Dakota State guy have that much juice that you can overlook?
Lance.
What's that?
Trey Lance.
That you can overlook even let's just say he slows down and goes 40 touchdowns and 7 picks or something like that.
You'd have to take Trask. He played a whole season. Like James said, who knows what they're going to do in the combine? But I mean, just based off what they're doing this season, it's no question Trask would have to go ahead of Trey Lance.
Who was the number 1? Who did people think this time last year was going to be the number 1 quarterback taken? Because it wasn't Joe Burrow.
Felipe Franks.
No, it wasn't.
No, but people did think he would be a first
about last year. Who did people think? Last season?
Yeah, before Joe Burrow became the number 1 guy.
Herbert.
Yeah,
Herbert was the guy that everybody was lauding as going to be the man.
Give me the quarterback draft. Like, I'm trying to think back. 2020 NFL quarterback draft class. Fromm. People were all about Fromm.
Definitely on this station. Fromm was like the GOAT.
Right. There were people saying he was going to be the number 1 pick. So there was Fromm. There was... I'm scrolling down to see if anybody else...
What about my boy from Washington?
Jalen Hurts. Jacob Eason. Jalen Hurts.
I still like Jacob Eason.
The little person down in Miami.
Tate Martell.
No, not that one. He's with the Dolphins now. The Alabama player.
The
pineapple.
Tua, that's
boy.
right. Jordan Love, obviously, Justin Herbert, Tua. Like those were the main ones, right? And then Joe Burrow jumped over all of them. Was Tua
number 1?
I thought Herbert and Tua were the ones that were being discussed.
Where I'm going with this was Tua and Herbert's as supplanted as 1 and 2 as Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields.
No.
Trevor's like number 1.
But Trevor's been talking ever since he won the national championship his freshman year. They've basically said he's going to be that guy.
Because Trey Lance is Jordan Love, right?
Yes, that's the perfect comparison. Guy from a small school nobody knows.
And why I say that it's not the same is because Tua had a lot of hype, but it was really there was no season behind him when he won the national championship. His sophomore year was good enough. Then there started being some question marks when Jalen had to bail him out. But they still saw you still saw you still saw that he was really good.
I'm looking up. I don't know anything about.
But Jalen Hurts was never considered.
He, by the way, got some playing time last weekend.
He's probably going to be the guy in Philly. They hate
Wentz
now.
Trey Lance is 6'4", 225. I have no idea how fast he is. I know he's a runner. Though. Yeah, he's a runner. Last year, I mean, his big claim to fame last year was he had 28 touchdowns and no picks.
He had one on Saturday.
He did have one.
He did have 100 yards rushing or something like that.
He also only had 100 yards passing or something like that.
He had 149 passing.
Yeah, he was focusing on his ground game.
143 rushing.
The scouts know he can pass, bro.
I don't say anything else about that no more. After seeing Trash Josh's transformation.
Oh, that kid's awesome. He's like an MVP candidate.
I'm like, maybe they teach you how to throw this ball when you get to the NFL. Maybe he just needed coaching.
Where was he? He was at Wyoming.
Yeah, that's
same type of place.
His fault that he was at Wyoming. Maybe he bloomed late. Or maybe he's from Wyoming, and that's just what people in Wyoming want to do. I've never been there before. I don't know if anybody's ever realized that. It's not one of those places where I just say I got to go to Wyoming. I got to get to Wyoming. No,
I'd like to go.
He is actually from California.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Need to get him on and figure out how you got to.
That's weird.
Let's grab the phone line real quick. George, what's going on?
Hold on. Only Eastern Michigan and Wyoming offered him a scholarship.
So he is Cal Trask.
That's crazy, man. All right,
George. Sorry.
By the way, you guys are my favorite by a mile. You're the only ones I ever think about calling.
Well, I appreciate it.
So, and I do think this, Denny. I do think that Kyle Trask is a very, very, very good quarterback, and I think he will be one of the top picks, and I think he'll be great in the pros. And but I'm a Georgia fan. But even if I wasn't, man, their defense is just ridiculous. If he threw for 5 touchdowns against Georgia, I'm going to come up there stripped naked and run down whatever road's next to you.
Okay. That's
Hogan
cool.
Road.
That would be par for the course on Hogan Road. Like that wouldn't even be the wildest thing. Yeah,
well, I'm not coming out of Pottsburg. I'm not going to come out of Pottsburg, but I'll go down south side.
No, I get your point. I get your point, George. I appreciate it, man. I get the point. Like he's right.
I was a little nervous at first.
Georgia is an NFL defense.
I was about to bet against Trask not for being a Gator like most people would think. I just don't want this man coming to 10-10 and stripping. But if he's going to run outside, then hey,
that's on him.
Yeah,
we can't. I mean,
that defense looks so good on Saturday. I know it was against Auburn, who plays underwater.
No, Georgia's defense is unbelievable. I mean, we were saying at the break, you were talking about how Kyle Pitts may be the best player in college football. Richard LeCount, may be the best player in college football.
And what position is
he? He's a DB at Georgia.
Is that the safety?
Yes.
I mean, hey, you ever watch a game? Like, I like physicality, right? And I like to hit people when I was playing. But I was watching that Georgia game. I was like,
this is aggressive.
These guys are out here thinking about my son. So that's somebody's child out there that you're hitting.
That's why my boy's taking golf lessons.
It's like, these guys are banging.
Baseball it is.
But I was sitting there hoping. I was like, please don't call targeting. Please don't call targeting. That was just good football.
They did.
Yeah.
No, did he get kicked out?
I think one play the guy actually did what I've been hoping a defender could do, but the game is so fast that it's tough to just run through somebody. Don't launch yourself. Don't do just
standing upright.
Just run. Like they're there and just finish running like you're trying to finish the 40 and just boom, which probably would take the soul out of somebody if you're going full speed.
Yeah, it would take the
takes a lot of
wind
yourself.
out of you.
If you didn't lower or anything, you just ran.
Just kind of kept that 45-degree angle when you're accelerating. But don't launch.
That sounds like ambulance on the field.
Or really just Greg Jones it. Just take that, run full speed and then take that right arm and just flip it right up under the chin strap. Like you're just driving your arms. That'd be amazing.
But George is right. If Kyle Trask, the next 4 games for them is Texas A&M, LSU, Missouri, and Georgia. If we look up in 4 games from now, he's on the same or similar pace that he's out on now, like at that point, do we even have to start talking about like the Joe Burrow leap?
Those are Joe Burrow numbers.
Right. If we look up in November 8th, the day after the Georgia game, the dude has 30 touchdowns, 3 picks, keeps the same pace he's on now. Like at that point, you do have to.
Well, what's his like form, like as a quarterback guy, guru guy? Like, what do you see in his ability to throw compared to Trevor?
A lot of Joe Burrow. Like it's mechanically, he's really solid. I'm like James. I don't know. I've seen him in practice, but I don't really know how strong of an arm he's got. Like, I don't know how the process. Like, I knew the process was going to hate Jake Fromm. Knew that.
No arm.
Yeah, no arm whatsoever. Kyle Trask at 6'5", 240, you got to believe he's got something, right? I mean, if all of a sudden you're 6'5", 240, you've got a good arm, you're mechanically sound, and you throw up 50 touchdowns, I mean, that sounds like a top 10 pick to me.
Jags?
Gosh, don't get that started with all the no Gators to Jacksonville.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, but what would drown that out would be, remember the last time a quarterback was big time for Florida and the Jags passed on him. This could make up for Tebow.
That didn't work out.
That's not helping. And you knew that when you said it.
I wouldn't mind this guy over Tebow.
If you could get Trask and Pitts.
Oh my! First of all, that's not happening. Well, I don't know. You have the Rams pick.
Yeah, but now that when the guy mentioned that, right? They got to keep James. If they keep O'Shaughnessy, I'm good with Pitts.
Oh, O'Shaughnessy's not going anywhere.
Well, I'm saying I
He
need
doesn't
a guy.
have a problem being a backup.
I need a guy who can really block. That's what I really need.
Mm-hmm.
A real tight end.
A real tight end. But you can give me a Jimmy Graham type guy that we can put in positions. Like,
is Pitts
really
not George Kittle?
No, George Kittle is actually like a damn good tight end on the other side of it.
How do we know
just
that?
like
How do we know that Pitts isn't?
We don't. We just
we
don't see him
We
do
just
it.
haven't seen it. We only seen him.
Pitts is
flanked
bigger.
out.
He's bigger than George Kittle.
George Kittle's no. You mean taller or bigger?
George Kittle's 6'4", 249. Kyle Pitts is 6'6", like 250.
George Kittle is a rock.
Well, that little bit of that stretches you out a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, here's what I would do. Give me basically we'll run the at 21 personnel, but you hop Pitts off the line and you use him as an H-back.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, you can you can
that would be nasty actually.
You can use him in blocking, but you're really not expecting him
He's just to
block it in. Yeah, he seals on the end.
Yeah.
But really, where it comes in the play action is 1-2, slam down 1-2, and release, and let him catch the ball in space. Or if you can trick a defense to not recognizing this, you hop James off, and you have James do the O'Shaughnessy do the fullback role, and you have Pitts on the drag.
He doesn't have to be the best blocker. He's just got to be somebody that changes the personnel grouping. That's it.
That's
literally it.
The devastating, like I was explaining to somebody, the devastating block doesn't happen often. These guys are really too good for that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But if I can get you to go down a path and get in the guy's way, these running backs, if your running back's a starter, he should be good enough to be able to read the block. And if you get to the outside shoulder, if you got to seal the edge, or you push them out and give them enough space, they should be able to recognize the hole and get through it.
Yeah.
If they can't, they don't need to be playing. Or they're Fournette and they're running everybody over, and eventually you all get tired of it.
Yeah. Let's take a break. When we come back, I want to get to some of the text line. What their thought is on Kyle Trask. And let's look ahead a little bit to this weekend and some of the matchups. Big one in Clemson, huge one in South Bend, and a big one in College Station. We'll get and I guess Knoxville. Georgia's going to Knoxville. We'll get to all those coming up next.
Make Monday feel like game day with Post Game Monday.
To me, the most important aspect of winning is chemistry.
Expert analysis of Sunday's game all day. Brought to you by Dandy Foods, home of the Monster Turkey Wedge. So good it's scary on 1010XL.
Gearing up for the second 9 weeks. This is Big Game James with the Big Game James backpack giveaway at Twin Lakes Elementary School on October 10th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Go to jamescolemangivesback.com to register your child to receive a free book bag and be provided a week's worth of meals from Feeding Northeast Florida. October 10th, Twin Lakes Elementary School from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Go to jamescolemangivesback.com for more details on how to donate, register, or volunteer.
Hey, Hicken here for Roof It Right. Do not fall for the fly-by-night roofer scam this storm season. Remember, a reputable roofer will not show up at your home without an appointment and will never pressure you to sign over your insurance rights. If you encounter a storm-chasing roofer, stop and call my friends at Roof It Right. Roof It Right, your local, trusted, Master Elite roofing contractor, offering free in-person or contactless appointments all storm season long. RoofItRightFL.com. That's RoofItRightFL.com. Roof It Right so you can sleep at night.
I was on the go. It was time to eat. I said, baby, where my Danny? Cause they can't be beat. She got something else when it was time to choose. And after just one bite, I got that soggy sandwich blue. Should've known better, only Danny will do. Got that hometown flavor creeping up on you. Yeah, she done me wrong. Didn't get my dandy. I need my ham and cheese.
That's all he wanted. That's all he wanted.
Should've known better, only Danny will do. Got that hometown flavor creeping up on you. Yeah.
My Pillow, man, My Pillow. Seems like lots of folks are getting a My Pillow. I got one, and I'm telling you what, it's amazing. So I want you to have one too, free. Use promo code 1010XL for buy one, get one free. Go to mypillow.com and use promo code 1010XL.
This is Hayes Carline for Spickelmeyer Insurance Agency. John Spickelmeyer knows about protection as the best offensive lineman to ever come out of Jacksonville. He's always taken that O-line pride in his protection, from being the city's player of the year at Bowls to playing for Notre Dame. John has always gotten the job done for those who depend on him, and he'll do that for you, like he has me. John Spickelmeyer is my agent. Call John today at 471-7155 for all your insurance needs. That's Spickelmeyer Insurance Agency, protecting what's most important to you. Call John today at 471-7155.
Contractors, need concrete demoed and hauled off? Get that concrete the plunk out of there. Call Plunk's Concrete Recycling and Demo. We want to recycle that clean concrete and have a storage yard to take it on. Need a pump truck or concrete can? We rent them. Now hiring equipment operators and construction superintendents. Plunk's Concrete Recycling and Demo, 924-0006. Or online at CustomConcreteJacks.com. That's CustomConcreteJacks.com. Get that concrete the plunk out of there.
At Tropical Smoothie Cafe, one taste and you're feeling good now, smiling wider now, seeing brighter now, bucket dunking now, namasteing now, popping a wheelie now, living lighter now. You're on Tropic Time now. And on Mondays, try our Jaguars Duval Delight Smoothies for $2.99. And you're roaring louder now, end zone dancing now, sipping spirit now. You're on Tropic Time now at Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
It's fun when you got a fish on the run. The Moe's Southwest Grill Fishing Forecast with Captain Kevin, Thursday night at 8. Brought to you by Ring Power, Fisherman's Dock Seafood Market, and Tire Outlet on 1010XL AM.
Jaguars fans, let's tackle social injustice together with Selfies for Change. Visit TIAABank.com/selfies for change to take a virtual selfie with a Jaguars player and unlock a $5 donation to the Jaguars Foundation to help fight social injustice. Share your photo on Instagram or Twitter using #SelfiesForChange so more fans can be part of the movement. Join us today at TIAABank.com/selfies for change. TIAA Bank is the official bank of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Lauren Brooks here, and I have a new favorite place for buying the freshest seafood in town. Fisherman's Dock, founded right here on the First Coast and recently voted Best Seafood Market in Jacksonville by the readers of Jacksonville Magazine. All 4 locations carry the absolute best selection of fresh seafood from around the world. They make it easy for you to enjoy the freshest seafood at home.
Fisherman's Dock, where seafood lovers shop.
Fisherman Stop, the ultimate seafood shop.
Need cash? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn has cash available. Ready to buy guitars, surfboards, jewelry, firearms, tools, and especially gold. They need it all. Selling or pawning, get cash on the spot at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
It is the Sports Den, brought to you by thehumidor.com. Make sure you get to thehumidor.com for all your cigar needs. Huge selection of cigars, already low prices, shipped right to you. When you check out, type in Sports Den, all lowercase, all one word. You'll get 20% off. That's the way to go about it right there, thehumidor.com. This upcoming weekend, by far the best weekend so far for college football, right?
Yeah.
I was telling Rick before, I think for the last, Rick Blue and Crosstalk, I think for the last couple of years, I have been on the, this is the week Florida State comes out and plays, and I have been a logo guy. Like they're not this bad. I'm not like that anymore. Like, I'm not even, this Notre Dame game's an afterthought to me, which stinks. Because if Florida State was Florida State, what a weekend this would be. Like, an amazing weekend of football this weekend. I mean, are you even excited about this game as a Florida State fan?
I'm excited about it as a fan of football.
What does that mean?
I like football. I'll watch it no matter what. But, like,
you don't have high expectations.
No, I don't. Like, I don't think – I like what Jordan Travis was able to do in the second half of the Jacksonville State game. That's how a Division I – I'll even say a Division I powerhouse should play a half. Like, you might – it's tough to stop. Those guys got some cats on the other side, so 3 points is reasonable in a half. But you should have been able to have your way with the offense. But that defense, bigger than the offense, lends me to have a lot of rational fears. And the offensive press conference from the coaches also leads me to have, I've always had questions. Is that fair? I like Mike. I've always said that. But I've always had, like, I don't know. He's growing on me.
Mm-hmm.
But to listen to Dillingham talk for me, is to really question what his involvement and role in the offense is, and why is he being paid $600,000? Like, a GA could do this job.
It's the same involvement it was at Auburn.
But what I'm saying is, we could have just hired a GA, or hire another position coach, or just let him be a quarterback coach, a true quarterback coach, and you script everything and you really focus on that.
I don't know Kenny like this, but I'll tell you what the narrative on Kenny is.
Mm-hmm.
Dillingham from other coaches is that he's going to be like the next big name.
All right. When I hear guys say things like, when we go off of our script, we don't do very well.
I'm just telling you why they hired him. Like,
but when I hear a guy say, we've always known that Jordan Travis could throw the ball, I don't understand the narrative that he can't throw, and we just haven't had a chance to really get him in there, that's false. Like, he hasn't been hurt all camp. You just didn't put him in.
No, I was answering your question about Kenny long-term.
No,
the reason why y'all hired him is because you could.
What I'm saying
you can
is,
get him for $600 right now.
These are things that Kenny said.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we now can see that he can throw when it's timed up right, because you put him in positions to freaking throw the ball. Like, if this is what Jordan Travis is, this should have been the guy who started against Georgia Tech.
Yeah, let's hold off on that.
No, I'm saying, like, the offense looked. We saw what the offense looked with Tate. Obviously, it shouldn't have been Tate. I know that for a fact. I knew that when I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
In the spring. Chuba broke his collarbone, was never really in the conversation. But when James Blackman stunk it up, Jordan Travis really should have been the person. Now, the Miami game probably wouldn't have happened any different, but you didn't even really let him throw the ball. You let him throw it one time, really. You know when he threw it? It was off of a reverse.
Here's my feeling on this, though, man. Like, I'm going to tie this into Georgia. When you go through 5-6 weeks of camp and you name a starter, it's a reason you name the starter. Like, can you be wrong? Yes. But when you go through 5 or 6 weeks, especially in both of those situations,
I
Georgia
agree.
where there's a national championship, Florida State where there's a new coach, you're putting your best foot forward. Both those programs picked the wrong guy. But the only reason why those guys were picked is because they had to be significantly better than everybody else to those 4 or 5 weeks. Had to.
Unless coaches are really trying to set it up for the long term. Maybe they just thought James Blackman was going to be good enough to be able to take them through, and they could progress Chubba Purdy and let him be the guy. But right now, if Chubba Purdy is a guy that you believe extends plays because of his legs, that's what Jordan Travis is. Just go ahead and make the offense what it is.
What year is he? What year is Jordan Travis?
He's a redshirt sophomore.
Sophomore?
Blackman's a redshirt junior. No, he's the same year as Blackman, I
Okay.
believe. So you can have 2 years with him. So that gives you a chance to really bring Chubba along. Or if you're able to keep the commitment of Luke Altmaier, then one of those guys doesn't have to start out the gate. But even then, I know what's going to happen with a competent defensive coordinator. I'm still going to make him beat me with his arm. And your wide receivers have shown an inability to get open, and I still don't trust your route concepts. You still got people in the same pair of underwear when they're running their routes. It's just, but I will say I do like the young guys, and I want to see what they're going to actually do with the fullback. A lot of people ask me questions because they had the fullback in some short yardage and goal line situations. They took a defensive end, DJ Lundy, or linebacker. I don't know whatever he plays. They flipped him basically, and while he did have some good blocks, it didn't look very fluid or confident. But it was aggressive. I like that. But are you going to really use that? Are you going to play bully ball? That's what I just don't like.
Can they?
It's not they don't even throw a punch.
No, can they with that offensive line? Can they line up and say, we're gonna run right at you, Notre Dame?
No, I mean, but just you're right. But even in general, if somebody's gonna get blown up, that's fine. I'll take that. But these guys don't even go down the correct path at times. But it's mainly your quarterback has got to be able to. You got to be able to take advantage of matchups. If they're gonna put 7-8 in the box, you got to win the one-on-ones. Terry's got to not get hands put on him, no matter if it's a transfer from a Division I school. You got to be able to win that one-on-one matchup more times than not. And the quarterback's got to be able to hit the person in stride, and the wide receiver's got to catch the wide open pass.
So the line's 20.5. Notre Dame's favored by 20.5. Does Notre Dame cover?
Take it.
I would put my life on that.
That Notre Dame covers that?
Yeah.
Take it. I mean, there's nothing that's not me hating. That's not me bashing my alma mater. But until they prove otherwise, there's no reason for me to believe that. Now, what
Do
I'm
they have a
hoping
crowd
for,
there?
I don't know.
They got a lot of COVID.
It's gonna be great weather though.
Oh, damn.
76 degrees.
Our president has it as well. But get well, Bobby.
Yes,
that was tough. That was tough
sad.
yesterday.
Actually,
that was real, man. That was tough. I was gonna shut it down. But what I want to see is them go out and put a valiant effort up, because then that gives me a little bit of hope for Syracuse, a little bit of hope for Duke, a little bit of hope for the other schools. But I'm not going up there with delusions of grandeur. Now listen, when you see me tweet, bump it, we finna beat Notre Dame. That's not me breaking down football. That's me tweeting with my heart.
But you being a fan.
Yeah, I know. In my head, I already know. I know. But I'm going to still support my guys and believe that we can win every game, even though.
Clemson's favored by 14.
Oh, numbers moved down.
What do you think on that one?
Take Clemson.
I think it's going to be a competitive game into the third quarter, to end the third quarter, early fourth.
Yeah, I'm torn on that one.
Yeah, we could lose by 20 and it could still be a close game.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And again, it's just where Miami's deficient at.
There must not be
some other stuff.
To answer JJ's question, there are no fans in Notre Dame because I'm not seeing Like a lot of these games have tickets as low as, and that one does not. So like Clemson, you can get a ticket for as low as $92.
It's really not an intimidating environment. I'm gonna be honest with you. Doesn't matter. I haven't played it, but then again, we shut them up.
Is that one of those stadiums where it's like filled, but they're sitting on their hands? Like
It's cold up there. I'd be sitting on my hands
I'm
too.
gonna be honest with you.
You can't hear somebody clapping in gloves.
I just thought about it, JJ. I'm probably not the best person to ask because we whooped their ass when I
like immediately they were already out of the game.
We broke the no, we didn't.
What year was that?
Bobby wouldn't score. It's 2003. Bobby wouldn't allow us to score another point because he didn't want to break the record. He didn't want to be the person to do it. But like I was out of the game midway through the third quarter.
37-0. Wow.
Solid. No, we whooped that
That
ass.
is a beatdown.
And
they
were
were
talking
2
mad
and
trash
6.
too. They were talking mad trash.
2 and 6.
Will you watch more of the Miami Clemson game or the Florida State Notre Dame game?
They're at the same time?
Yep.
I'll be at in the office as a quick draw, so like watching it in
get
the
both.
lounge. So we'll have it on we'll have that on both TVs. I'll go back and forth. I gotta watch the FSU game because I gotta talk about it.
That's true. I was wrong earlier. The Georgia game is in Athens. It's not in Knoxville. I want to circle back to that one in just a second. Florida this is the one that like shocks me. 6.5? That's it?
Who you playing?
Texas
A&M.
A&M.
Jimbo 7-1 against the Gators.
That's a lot. That's too much respect for Jimbo.
Like that's the one you said you would bet everything on.
I'm more confident in that game than I am the Notre Dame one that you guys will cover.
Right, I am too. Like you just said, a 20-point game in college football can be a decent game. Like somebody scores twice in the last 10 minutes. We see it all the time. I'm with you. Like this could be a decent game in the third quarter, but I think Florida wins this game 37-24 or something like that. 37-21.
I don't think they score. Oh yeah, I forgot y'all's defense sucks. Well, I wouldn't say sucks, but
yeah, it's way overdone. But yeah, I mean they're not good.
How many points did they score against Vanderbilt? Wasn't it like
13,
yeah? Like come on.
Where I would be concerned about Florida is the running game a little bit, but that
A&M's or Florida's?
A&M's. Florida was giving up some chunks of yardage on the ground, but like I think Florida wins that relatively comfortably.
I think this Tennessee-Georgia game is better than what people think it's going to be.
Yes, I do. Tennessee is really invested in their trenches.
Yep.
And since he's been there, and they've got like 5-star tackles on the bench.
I think that one of these days we're going to find out really what Stetson Bennett is, and he's a poor man's version of Jake Fromm. That's what he is. And I think this could be it. Like I think this could be the one. Now, if he comes out of this one, and by the way, Georgia, you want to find out sooner rather than later because next week you got Alabama. So if you need to make that shift to JT, then you probably need to do it fairly quickly and get him some reps before you head into Tuscaloosa or Carson or whoever. I think this Tennessee game's better. I do think Georgia has a chance to flex on this one, though. If Georgia comes out and they play Tennessee in as dominant a fashion as what they played Auburn on both sides of the ball, then all of a sudden I think you look at that Georgia-Alabama game next week and go, okay, it's a toss-up. Because, I mean, if anybody matches up with Alabama, it's Georgia, just because of their defense.
Right.
That's it. But what a weekend. I mean, Texas-Oklahoma at noon.
I mean,
I know, but it's still Texas.
Still, yeah.
Virginia Tech, North Carolina at noon.
That should be interesting.
UNC's only favored by 5.
I mean, Virginia Tech, somehow Fuentes has the guys
he does
bought in. He doesn't have a lot of players, but he's got them bought in.
So your noon kickoffs are Florida, Texas A&M, Virginia Tech, North Carolina, Missouri, LSU, and Texas, Oklahoma. And then right after that, you get Tennessee, Georgia. Arkansas, Auburn could be decent. Alabama, Ole Miss at 6. Miami, Clemson at 7:30. Florida State, Notre Dame at 7:30.
Alabama, Ole Miss is going to be fun because either Lane is going to really make it interesting, or Saban's going to show you what happens when you're the bad kid and you really did something at school and your mom really told your dad. Like
just wait
what
till
you
he
did,
comes
and
home.
you just wait till your
dad
and your
comes
dad
home.
has to learn you a lesson. And he's got to
That's
really
the
whip him.
scariest feeling as a child, by the way.
But
was
Lane put out something like,
waiting.
man, considering all that's going on and all these players opting out, for Alabama to not have any key players opt out, he's like, they must be really taking care of these guys. He said he must really have a really good plan.
Taking shots.
Like, insinuating that
they're
They
getting
get a
paid.
paycheck.
that check is really, really good at
Y'all want to guess the over-under for Alabama Ole Miss? Alabama's favored by 24.
Oh, really?
17. The over-under is both teams score combined.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I would say 65.
That's what I would have said. 70.
Whoa.
Okay.
70.
Lane's going to get 14.
By
14 to
comparison,
20.
Tennessee, Georgia's 43.
Yeah.
Lane's going to get 14 to 20. Oh, he's going to get 2 to 3 touchdowns.
And
So if he
Mac's
gets
going to
that,
go off
you
against
think
that defense.
Alabama scores 50?
They could.
They could. Yeah, they could. The only other game I'm seeing with a higher over-under, Texas, Oklahoma at 72.
Because there's no defense.
Absolutely not.
Those games are
7-7.
ridiculous.
Yeah, Florida, Texas A&M is 57.
Listen to this stat about Oklahoma, by the way. So they lost 2 consecutive games. First time they've lost back-to-back games since 1998 or something. Yeah. Crazy.
Really?
Yes.
Because they weren't any good for a while.
But since then they have been.
Since 98?
Yeah, since Stoops got there. That was like Stoops' first year, I think, was when they've lost.
He was there that long.
Yeah.
Wow. I had no idea. Huh. 8 o'clock. Coming up next.
Get ready for game day.
This is about us.
The weekend starts early with Pre-Game Friday.
Did you smell it? You gotta taste it, man.
Brought to you by MyBookie
Yeah. Turn up the heat. Go on and get some, boys. Come on.
on 1010XL.
Feel me?
This is Greg Huntington with Advanced Disposal. In these uncertain times, there's one thing you can be certain of. Advanced Disposal and companies like us are committed to continue to provide critical environmental services that you depend on. When you see your local garbage person collecting waste in your neighborhood or place of business, then give them a wave and a thumbs up. Through these challenging times, Advanced Disposal is still hiring drivers and essential staff throughout Northeast Florida. So please go to advanceddisposal.com/careers and join our team today. Be safe.
Here's your 1010XL First Coast Community Calendar.
Hope Haven believes in children and youth with special needs and abilities and has developed programs to help ensure their success. Find out more about their employment services and internship program at hope-haven.org.
Big Brothers Big Sisters nurtures local kids and strengthens communities. You build positive relationships that have a lasting effect on young people. Get involved at bbbs.org.
Habitat for Humanity helps families build and improve their homes. If you want to build a better Jacksonville, visit habitat.org.
Join Jacksonville's City Rescue Mission to help transform the lives of the homeless and needy. crmjax.org.
First Coast YMCA helps develop Jacksonville's youth. You can help our children find a better future at fcymca.org.
If you're involved with a community event and you'd like us to help spread the word, visit our website to find out how at 1010xl.com.
Water and staying hydrated is one of the keys to life. It's essential. Your body's made up mostly of it. Make sure you're putting the best inside of your body. That's Alka-Vita alkaline water. It's got a high pH. It's at 8. And basically when you drink that, it helps your insides. It helps you get hydrated more. It helps flush out your body, flush out all those toxins, especially during football season when you're eating a lot of bad stuff and you're drinking a lot of bad stuff. Go to alkavita.life to check them out. Check out all the different locations in the city of Jacksonville. They're doing a pop-up shop on October 17th in the Regency Square Mall where you can meet them and try the water. Alkavita.life, Alkavita alkaline water.
Instant Keys specializes in creating replacement automotive keys and keyless entry remotes, even when all the originals are lost or broken. Instant Keys provides expert service for nearly every foreign and domestic vehicle, including the high-end luxury models like BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, and Infiniti. With Instant Keys, you'll get dealership-level service at a fraction of the cost without the hassles. For honest professional locksmith service, call the best around. Instant Keys, 722-1111.
At Rusty Acres, you don't just get a used Ford, Lincoln, and Mercury auto part. You get someone who can explain how to install it. For a large inventory of used Ford, Lincoln, and Mercury auto parts, call Rusty Acres, 786-1777.
Ackerman Urology gives you the home field advantage. Don't trust your sexual health to the internet. Our local urologists treat prostate disease and sexual health issues to ensure your confidence and wellness. Don't ignore symptoms that hold you back. Visit AckermanUrology.com.
Hidden Hills Golf Club is pleased to announce that our PGA Junior Golf League is going strong this fall. Let us teach your child this great game of golf in a fun and safe environment. Contact us at 620-0910 or visit hiddenhillsgc.com.
Looking to upgrade your old wardrobe? Let Mariano's Custom Tailor on Beach Boulevard custom make suits and shirts for you. We also do alterations. Come to our store or we'll come to you. Mariano's Custom Tailor, the local expert at making you look great.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. We can take your company logo and put it on anything, from signage to face masks to shirts to windbreakers. Call us today.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com. And let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Let's see if they can sit tight on the Roof It Right hot seat. Hot seat with Mike Dempsey and Fat Tony. Players and NFL experts join Mike and Tony 10 to noon weekdays on 1010XL. Roof It Right. Roof It Right so you can sleep at night.
In 1919, my great-grandfather founded Catlin as a Studebaker dealership, and now we're the oldest truck accessory store in the U.S. This is Keith Catlin, and I'm proud to be the fourth-generation owner. If you need anything for your truck, van, or SUV, come see us. From Lear toppers to roll-and lot bed covers to trailer hitches and everything in between. Let us take care of all your accessory needs. Quality counts at Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
AC's broke, it ain't no joke. Call Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. FloridaHomeAC.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
You mad, bro?
1010XL 92.5 FM. Join us in the sports den. Call or text 641-1010.
Open up your heart and let that hate out.
We haven't even talked about this yet, but for those in the market for a new boat, if you've got $199,039,663 at your disposal, you can be the proud new owner of the Kismet.
Oh, he's getting rid of it? Oh, he's getting a new one?
I guess.
Or he lost that much money.
It is COVID times.
Yeah, I
it's tough out there for everybody.
This, for those that don't know, that is Shad Khan's boat, or his yacht. My bad.
Mega yacht.
Super yacht is actually is what they're calling it. 312 feet. It can hold 16 guests. Wait, why can it only hold 16 guests? 312 feet?
I think there's probably only 16
rooms.
There's 8
like
rooms.
comfortably.
Yeah, 2 people.
16 guests,
two
8
bedroom
rooms. You better sleep on some couches.
But like you can have a lot more people in it. He's had entire parties where he's invited former Jaguar players to it.
The master bedroom features a private deck complete with a jacuzzi and access to the yacht's helipad.
Oh yeah, because when you're in water,
Well, it has a swimming pool as well. Full service spa and outdoor fireplace.
Is there an onboard mustache barber?
Gotta be. You got to make sure your stash is on.
I really
Always.
do wonder what it costs to fill this thing up.
With gas?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I don't know how that works with boats. And can you run out of gas in the middle of the ocean? Like, who comes and gets you?
If you don't have gas.
Do you put up the sail?
That's funny.
I mean, I'm going to see how much
Gas.
It's a Kismet.
the Kismet youth.
Does he go to the Circle K like I do?
Yeah, does he just like pull up
with his boat on the back of his pickup pulling his boat?
Fuel capacity 1, 2, 3.
There's got to be like reserves.
200,000 liters.
Let's go liters to gallons.
Yeah.
There's one for every liter. It's about a quarter of a gallon.
This isn't even the same boat. This is a different Kismet.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hey, false flagging.
So what'd you say?
Yeah,
For
exactly.
every what?
For every liter, it's a quarter of a gallon. About.
So what does that mean for 200,000 liters?
50. Or
5,000 gallons?
Yeah, times 4.
So it's $200,000
That's probably
sounds about right.
to fill it up.
It probably cost him half a million to put it on the water.
But it's like you also have reserves. I'm sure you have to like keep a tank just
a tank
in case of emergencies. In case you do get stuck out.
$20,000. Okay, $20,000. It's got to be more than that. That there's no way. Yeah, this is a different Kismet, bro. This ain't the same Kismet.
There is a competition in the yacht world to get the biggest yacht. I was reading a book about Mohammed bin Salman, who's like the leader of Saudi Arabia, and him and Shad are like competing to have the biggest super yacht in the world. So like James said, this could be him trying to upgrade. I'm going to get rid of this whole piece of trash for 199 mil. I'm working on bigger and better things. The shipyards.
I mean, he rented it out to Jay-Z and Beyonce at one point.
Mm-hmm.
That's the level of wealth that Shad's at. That like these people who we think are rich have to rent a boat from him.
Yeah, exactly. He's running credit checks on them.
You got to use a credit card. We're not going to take a check, Jay-Z.
It's like you haven't even been doing any shows during COVID. How do I know that you're good for this?
So I'm looking
about you.
I'm reading this on News4Jax, and the comments are unbelievable. Like, they're
we
awesome.
suck.
Oh yeah, this dude. I can't find it now, but he says something about you got to have some big cojones to sell your $200 million yacht while you're throwing out a Section 8 football team.
I really don't know what that has to do with anything, but I get it.
Yeah, you can't take the money. There's a salary cap league, people. But
we ain't even close to the cap though. Before
really?
you go there, no. Gosh,
I don't even know. I didn't even know. I know that there's this a floor you have to hit that you have to spend.
Yeah, we must be at that.
Right at it.
Yeah. Yeah, 327. He says math is hard. Yes, I know. Okay, you're not listening to us for math.
Math
skills.
on the fly is hard.
This isn't an accountant show.
Without a calculator.
We were wrong. 50,000 gallons. So I was right on the 200,000. I just got there a different way. 200,000. Who puts the gas in? How long does that take?
At least an hour.
We need answers, right? Like, I know.
I don't think they do it at the gas station.
Like, how do you do this? I want to know.
You know what, by the way, I've always been jealous of is up here on the corner, how the cops get their own gas tank over here. They just get to willy-nilly just go and fill up anytime they
I was
want.
just talking about the gas station on the corner.
Oh, no. I don't want that
They
gas.
They need to be there a little bit more.
Yeah,
often.
they do.
It gets wild.
And Tyler Devitt got his identity stolen using his card at that gas station, so I refuse to go there.
Really?
I have found a YouTube
You know how they use like
video.
those chip readers that get your number?
I have found a YouTube video that's going to show me how they put
Nice. YouTube has a video for anything, man.
gas in this thing. But it's like, it's a bootleg video. It's like some dude's on a dinghy from like 500 yards away trying to zoom in on them putting gas on this. Oh, these are like big tanks, bro. Takes multiple people to put gas in this bad boy. This is awesome.
You go.
It's a team effort.
You're talking about your cars with Shad, and he's like, What about your boat?
It's like I got a staff of 5 just to put gas in my boat.
You're not even on my level. Peasant.
I don't care what you want to tell me about how much money you're making, Jalen. Fuel my boat.
Like, just imagine how frustrated he is when he hears these players complain about money. Because
I spend more on gas than you make.
It's not that he's mad that they want to make more money. He just knows what real money is. So it's like when my son,
listen to these children.
It's like me listening to my son complain about $3, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna give you a little funky ass $3. Just leave me alone, like that. But Shad's talking like, you want 100 million? We'll get to that. Relax.
Dom said they can fill the gas tank faster than you can calculate the bill. That's probably true.
Well, so those jets that hook up to other planes and refuel them in the air is like the most badass thing ever.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's got something like that.
Yeah, I watched the video. I still don't really know how it's being done.
Is it another boat comes up beside him?
No, they're like next to this massive fuel place.
In the water or on land?
It's on land. I mean, the boat's in the water. The yacht's in the water, but that's land. I mean, they didn't like roll up to a gate station.
That would be funny.
Give me 20,000 on 8, please.
Like, just get like how do you?
I have it in
transport
hard
this
bills.
thing? Like an 18-wheeler, like some huge semi, like on the bed, and you just pull up and like, hey, fill it up.
While you're at it, give me some gummy bears. Yeah, I mean that's wow, crazy. Do y'all have a 8 o'clock? I'm sorry, I got to this yacht thing. Didn't even really.
Mine is the Florida Marlins.
What did they do?
Yesterday, it actually worked out in the Braves' favor. But yesterday, there's been a beef with the Marlins and the Braves for like a couple years now because our best player Acuna always does well against them, and they throw at him, and empty bench is clear, and it's a big deal. So you think when the playoffs start, that's not going to happen, right? They're not just going to throw at your best player in the playoffs. Wrong. They did that yesterday. He hit a homer in the first inning. Next at bat, they immediately throw at him on purpose. And it riled everybody up. The Braves came back to win. But to me, it's just Bush League. You don't do that in the playoffs. I don't want to sound like the old guy yells at cloud.
What if somebody does that to Houston?
Different.
I agree.
Because Ronald Acuna just did some bat flips you don't like after he hit a home run. Like, these guys were legitimately cheating for years.
Right.
Stealing World Series from people.
Yeah, Houston's getting off easy with their year. They only play 60 games.
And they're, unfortunately, looks like going to be in the ALCS.
Yeah.
Playing the Yankees potentially again, which will be interesting because that's one of the teams they cheated against. So look for some shenanigans. Actually, Tampa's winning, but the Yankees could go against the Astros.
I hope Tampa goes. Nothing against the Yankees.
Oh, yeah, I hate the Yankees.
Yeah.
Tampa will be a good story.
James, do you have a 8 o'clock?
No, not really.
You're all good?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy.
Is Coach Bowden okay?
I hope.
He's back home, right?
No,
they
put him in the hospital.
He's being honest with you. He's 90. He got COVID, and he's really weak. So I mean, if he bounces back, that'll be great. Be an awesome miracle. But I've been preparing myself for a minute. So I'm just gonna be honest with that.
Yeah,
I don't see it.
And you said their president has?
Yeah, President Thrasher and his wife both have it.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess Bobby was in the hospital for like a leg thing.
Yeah, he had
and then that's where he got it.
His he had cancer. He had cancer. So he got some of it taken off. Skin cancer. Some of I guess the areas taken off, and then his leg got infected. And then in the hospitals when he got it.
We haven't talked about Bill O'Brien at all. We haven't talked about Houston Texans at all. And that's who the Jags play. So why don't we do that next? We'll get to Jags Texans coming up next.
Football. 4 hours of nothing but football. Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Rehabilitation Football Friday night prepares you for the weekend. Friday from 3 till 7 on 1010XL.
Man, this water is amazing, man. My mom and my sister came through, and I had to make sure I hooked them up a little bit. And the first thing they did was they bragged about it. They said, hey, where do I get Alkavita alkaline water. And I told them to go to alkavita.life. That's Alkavita alkaline water is really good for you. So it helps with your gut health. It helps keep you hydrated. It actually stays cool even when it's at room temperature and doesn't heat up because it doesn't have all of that BS in it. It's alkavita.life, Alkavita alkaline water. Make sure you go check out their pop-up on October 17th. It's going to be inside the Regency Square Mall. Come try the water. Get to know the people who are behind the brand. Alkavita.life. Before that, make sure you check them out. Jacksonville-owned company, Alkavita alkaline water.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your renter's insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
Great. As a minimalist, I need simple insurance.
Nice place. No furniture?
Nothing spark joy, except for this fruit bowl.
Well, with Liberty Mutual, you only pay for what you need, so there's that.
I mean, look, so beautiful, so empty again.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Though no longer little, teens still need a lot of love. Yet teens in foster care have a harder time finding it, as 82% of foster families are home to kids 12 or younger. You can positively impact a teen's life as a foster parent. With help from Family Support Services of North Florida, you provide patience, love, and understanding, and Family Support Services will offer specialized training, resources, and a community of support. Take the next step at foster-now.org. That's foster-now.org.
When you owe the IRS and can't pay, call J. David Tax Law, a firm right here in Jacksonville, for affordable IRS tax representation. J. David Tax Law can stop any IRS collection action and protect you from financial devastation. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 507-4777. That's 904-507-4777. Or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Hey, it's Rick Ballou from McGowan's AC, and guys, I got a deal for you. You know, I love the fall weather, but these temperature changes can put a stress in your AC system. My friends at McGowan's always say preventative AC maintenance pays for itself, so they're offering a special one-time fall tune-up for just $50 per system. Heard me right, $50 for a fall tune-up to keep you comfy all season. Call them today, 264-COOL. For McGowan's AC, the official heating and air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
An ACL tear can be a devastating injury with prolonged pain and rehabilitation. Hi, I'm Dr. George Bari. I'm a sports medicine orthopedic surgeon who grew up right here in Jacksonville and then went on to train with the world-renowned Dr. James Andrews. At Bari Orthopedics, we use the most current techniques to get you back on the field with less pain and quicker rehabilitation. We treat all types of sports injuries with the newest techniques available. Please call us for a consultation or visit bariorthopedics.com.
Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
This is Hayes Carline for Spicklemeyer Insurance Agency. John Spicklemeyer knows about protection is the best offensive lineman to ever come out of Jacksonville. He's always taken that O-line pride in his protection, from being the city's player of the year at Bowles to playing for Notre Dame. John has always gotten the job done for those who depend on him, and he'll do that for you, like he has me. John Spicklemeyer is my agent. Call John today at 471-7155 for all your insurance needs. That's Spicklemeyer Insurance Agency, protecting what's most important to you. Call John today at 471-7155.
Frank Ramsey here for Big Chief Tire. Do you need an oil change, brake inspection, suspension check, or alignment service? Double check the safety and performance of your vehicle without being bombarded by salespeople pushing flashy products or services you don't need. Big Chief Tire has been locally owned and operated by the same family for over 50 years. This is a team you can trust to treat you well and to get the job done right the first time. Visit any of their 4 Jacksonville locations or schedule an appointment by visiting BigChiefService.com.
I'm Hayes Carline, and what I say goes. Listen to my closing argument presented by the personal injury law firm of Harrell & Harrell, weekdays on The Frangie Show. Can you handle the truth?
I'm with Greg Mackey from Cycles of Jacksonville. And Greg, when we're talking about the, say, hot temps into the cooler temperature months, you can have a dirt bike, you can have a side-by-side, you can keep the fun going all year long.
Absolutely. It's a great time to get out and ride side-by-sides. Coming into this fall weather, there's a lot of parks around here, ATV parks, for people to get out and ride. Great time to spend time with your family.
And you soup up all these rigs where they can have the Bluetooth and everything else.
We've got radios, lift kits, big wheels, big tires, you name it.
Cycles of Jacksonville, check them out, Atlantic and Regency.
Hi, this is Joe Butler from Black Creek Outfitters.
Getting outside on the water in the Florida sun may be the best medicine of all. At Black Creek, we specialize in getting you out on the water on kayaks and paddleboards. 2 things we offer: free delivery in the area and 12 months no interest financing. Call us up at 904-645-7003 and we can get your new kayak or paddleboard out to you today so you can get on the water tomorrow. Black Creek Outfitters, locally owned and operated by the Butler family since 1983.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
I guess that's true. Like, if you're negative and you don't have the antibodies, I probably haven't had it either.
It just wasn't so much that I was happy about it because I get anxiety taking tests. And like, so when I went to Quick Draw rapid testing, and I took both tests.
Was there a reason you took it? Were you concerned?
Yeah, Scott wanted to show off the new.
Okay,
the new
I was wondering if you were like.
So I went over there to do some Facebook advertising. You know how we do. Like and I also like people don't believe like there's not a thing on this show that we advertise that either me or Denny don't use. Like, you want to know where I get my cigars? I get them from thehumidor.com and I type in sportsden at checkout. I'm drinking a gallon of this alkaline water right now.
When am I going to get that?
We visit
We'll
ABC.
Make sure we get you that. I'll make sure you get it.
You were just bragging about hooking your mom up.
She came through the crib.
I live 2 minutes from you.
You don't come by the crib?
I'll come by the crib for some water.
Yeah, I got you. She also got the 8-hour. You don't have the 8-hour defense, do you?
Yeah, I do.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
She came through and raided my stash. Like,
made you go buy some more?
Yeah, she does what I did to her in college. How dare her? But, this stuff is really good. Like, I mean, but I wanted people to see it, people, like, because it's different when you see it. And I was describing it to my friends. I was like, yo, it's like a pregnancy test, just with blood and other stuff.
Don't you pee on a pregnancy test?
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, with the blood. And JJ, when I say it's like a pregnancy test, it's legit. Like, it's lines. There's a C.
2 pink lines.
There's a C, G, and an M. Like, the C, if you only have C line, you're good. You're in the clear. Basically, C is clear.
Okay.
If you have G, that means you have the antibodies. You don't have COVID,
right?
But you've had it before,
And that's what you want.
And that's what I'm
Yeah,
like, yo,
that's what
give
you're
me,
shooting for.
give me the G.
Right.
If you get M, that means you're actively fighting. Like your body's in it. If you have all 3 lines,
you're dead.
Go seek help. You're about to die. No, I'm just joking. Like, that means like you're in the beginning stages of it. You really need to go quarantine. You should go see somebody right now. And
that's cool that it gives you the entire, like, where on the scale of COVIDness you are at.
But like, you're sitting there 10 minutes.
The COVIDness
Well,
scale.
because the test I took back in the day was just like, yeah, you're positive.
Well, the test
Like,
you took
well,
back in the day, no, it wasn't. It was like
You were
14
clear
days
about it.
later.
You were clear about
Well,
the
I
time
took 3 tests, and yes, 2 of them took 2 weeks, and the other one took 10 days.
How we didn't have it with that, I have no idea.
Well, we actually practiced protocols, and shout out to JJ.
I wore a mask.
JJ
During
was like,
the testing, when I found out ET had it, because I was around ET every day. He
just
doesn't
putting
care.
everybody's
He doesn't
business
care.
out
We've
there.
talked about
all
it before.
right,
Okay.
cool, okay. He's a survivor.
Yes.
He has rights.
That I was like, well, I'm just gonna wear a mask then, because I don't want to give it to somebody, because of course I still had to come to work every day, not knowing the results, which I don't blame anyone for. I guess it's just how you do things. But now it's like a whole different world with COVID. You find out your results like that. Like, every place is a rapid test now. Back then, and this was only a few months ago, there was no rapid test. The only rapid testing place there was cost like $150, and they weren't even like, there was a line around the place,
presence.
and the cops had to come and tell me and Hack and a whole bunch of other people that we had to leave. I swear to God that happened.
The coolest part about it is that you can bill your insurance if you have it. Like, so you can go pay whatever and then just show them, like, you got to submit the paperwork, and they'll give you your
I think
bread
that
back.
probably would have been the same thing at this place, but
Yeah.
I don't have health insurance.
That's
What do
why.
we? Is there a color for COVID survivors? Like, we do pink.
Oh, like a month.
You're right.
Next year for football season, we should have a special month for us.
What would the color be?
Well, blue is for
Clips.
dads.
Oh,
Yes, red for Bloods. Yeah. What do we do for women? We do the pink one.
Right.
It would be like orange.
Orange?
Yeah.
That would make
that
sense.
sounds about right.
4-5 is orange.
Yeah,
for
true that.
him.
That makes sense.
The most famous survivor.
So what were you saying about JJ Watt?
So JJ Watt got into a heated argument on the practice field before last week's game. And Anthony Weaver, who's like one of the defensive coordinators there, both questioning Bill O'Brien to his face, his ability as a head coach. And that eventually led to his firing.
Oh, wait a minute. You left out a big piece of this story.
That's all I know. That's all I know.
What's the big piece?
There was a freaking revolt.
Oh, yeah. The rest of the team.
JJ Watt basically turned the whole. Well, you can't force somebody to do something, but when the best player on your team or the most notable player on your team
starts a coup,
says, "You stink. I hate you. You've wasted the best years of my life." Literally. Everybody else is like, "Wait a minute. We stink with them. And you've wasted our lives too." Like, it's great that it happened. I'm cool and I agree with everything that they said. But Jaguar fan, don't you fix your lips outside of the fact that they're a rival to even cheer this. Because if that happened here in Jacksonville, it would be 24/7 news cycle here on sports radio about how bad these guys are. He did what basically every Jaguar player did that left.
But we don't have JJ Watt.
Jalen,
we don't. You know
Fair. What? No, you Jalen is good, but he's not.
I don't even mean like
JJ
good. I
you
mean
mean
like
the face of the franchise.
Yeah, face of the franchise that's been there a long time. Like, and they've had success.
But what I mean is this:
before
what we say is like that's the one.
No, I
thing
got what
that
you're
we,
saying.
It was no matter what it was.
Like I think if Calais would have done it,
was amazingly disrespectful.
If Calais would have done it, I don't think Jacksonville would have revolted against.
What's going on, guys? How we doing?
He couldn't have done that.
Right. I mean, but you know what I mean?
That's
like
not Calais' program.
Did you think JJ could do it?
JJ's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you?
He probably is tired of losing. Like,
and that's the other thing about JJ. Who's going to say something to him?
Nobody.
He's going to box jump you.
Dang right. Everybody's going to jump on his side. Like that dude. No way. I mean, does the fact that the dude was still the GM too?
Sad. The owner should have done something about that years ago.
Well, their owner's awful anyway.
Who is
I mean, it's like it wasn't he the guy that made the.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, McNair.
Is he
dead?
About the,
no.
Wait a minute.
Bob McNair.
He is a chump himself. There's nothing that I hate more than inconsistency.
He's been dead for 2 years.
Oh.
His wife's running things, so maybe that explains why nothing's been happening.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. This wasn't the same guy who said the inmates are running the asylum?
Yeah, that was him. But that was a couple years ago.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. The wife did it, then cool. Whatever. But all right.
This I mean, they're 0-4.
But the 4 teams they lost to
are legit. Like we're not having.
They ain't like us. We lost to the Dolphins.
Yeah, and the Bengals.
And we have, man. You know what? That's why y'all stink, man. I'm so tired of these lovable losers. Give me some ignorant winners.
Who's the lovable losers?
The Jaguar players. They're like,
oh
man, they don't like people. Fans don't like losing, but all you hear is we got the right guys. These are good guys. But I don't want good guys.
I thought you meant like on a national level.
You know who's
no?
been,
I'm talking about us. I want ignorant players, guys who will lead a revolt after you lose to the Dolphins. That was the time.
You know who's getting annoyed? Is Gardner.
Yeah.
No,
we got sound, right?
Gardner's getting annoyed at the media.
He cursed.
He did?
He did?
Yes.
Whoa. Play that.
Yeah, roll that.
Hold on. I got to find it.
But, okay, why you find it? I'm just like.
Oh, it's number 12. It's clip 12.
We need somebody like that.
It says 14 censored. That's the one we want, right?
We got enough turmoil going on our own. You know, we got to figure our shit out first. So hey, we're fired up. We're ready to go. You know, I know a lot of people writing us out.
I didn't do that.
The team's still very strong.
Just let it rock.
Turmoil going on our own. You know, we got to figure our shit out first.
No, that was good.
So
it lets you hear the beginning, but you know. So
we already know the word. Like if I'm trying to shield my child's ears, like they know.
We're not worried about that. We're worried about the FCC.
MFTK.
Yeah,
all day.
Exactly. Because they asked him about the Bill O'Brien getting fired, and he's like, "Hey, we suck, dude.
He should have been.
I'm not worried about these guys.
You know, we got our own stuff to worry about. We have our own Bill O'Brien.
And who did he go off on the other day? Gene.
Yeah, but that was.
It
was a bad question by Gene.
The reality is, you don't want him in there being all chipper right now, do you?
Absolutely not. I'm glad he's like this.
No.
Oh, this is a good one. If he feels he's the see, they're finally asking good questions. I like this. If he feels like he's the franchise quarterback.
Yeah, I don't know. That's not anything
that's
I
a
can decide for
bad
myself.
answer.
You know, it's something that, I just try to be the best I can be for our guys. Each day out there at practice, I try to be the best guy. Each time we step out there on Sundays.
Stop giving me these, Gardner. Tell us the truth. You already
them.
cursed, baby.
They're gonna
Open up.
Yeah,
Open up.
What'd you want him to say?
Yes. I'm the opening act, the headliner, and the after party.
Have you seen my commercials?
Yeah. Don't nobody come out here.
What other quarterbacks have
you
you
seen
seen?
somebody coming out here to see DJ? Before I came in the fold, DJ was a gunner.
Shark Attack didn't even exist, or Shark Attack.
Why did that guy keep saying Shark?
Me. That's who.
Why did that announcer keep calling him Shark? By the way,
who? I listen to the radio, bro.
The announcer the other day kept saying DJ Shark. I'm like,
the announcers suck.
Bro, there's a C right there on your sheet.
The announcers suck that cover the Jags.
I do the games here. So
remember last year when what I thought I was saying in my mind, I said it loud. Was it James?
Did it have to get
the guy? He's a Hall of Fame wide receiver, Hall of Fame that always covers us. The black guy that I've actively said is terrible.
Okay.
Like he's the color commentator for almost all the Jazz games. Well, I saw him.
Oh,
Charles.
We were in the game, and we were in the
Charles
box.
Robinson.
That's it. I think that's
He's good.
No,
oh,
I was like, oh, that's the guy that sucks that covers the Jazz. And I didn't mean to say it
out loud.
Out loud, it was more of like I was thinking it, but then it just rolled off my tongue. I've never seen him before. Like this is my first time I've recognized him.
Was he tall or was he?
He's tall. I mean, he's taller than me. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah, he's been around the block for a while. He used to work for Sunshine Network. Remember that?
I saw a guy at Aromas today that was at the Savage on my shirt. I said, "Sir, children do not belong in cigar lounges."
Well, that was how tall he was?
The guy, yes, right, not the top of the Savage. The man was at my nipple. I could not believe it. I've never seen.
I didn't know what you were talking about.
I've never seen a man that small.
I didn't know what you're talking about because we've had the conversation about like Artis Gilmore before.
Yes, but that's weird.
Where there's like a different part of him.
Right. I don't want artists anywhere near me.
Yeah.
I had a friend.
I think I know.
So
why.
There's a picture I have of a friend, and she was at a benefit. She's 5 foot.
Oh, very short.
And she's on artist's hip. I'm like, don't get that close to somebody, to artists.
That's uncomfortable.
That doesn't look right. It doesn't picture very well.
This is a Me Too era.
Yeah, it's just artists is out here taking pictures with fans and doesn't know he's about to be exposed.
Do you think Dave Caldwell will apply for the GM job with the Texans?
I hope.
Apply? Is that how it works? You send in an app. Hey, I don't know if you guys know me. I've been working on the other side of the division for a few years.
I can't.
Do you think we can get him hired?
They are holding me back.
I mean, think about it.
Shot.
But no, I mean, not a lot. Jay's coming though.
Oh, I wouldn't leave.
This is the premier job.
That is true. Why would you want to leave right now when you know in 3 years' time?
Well, think about Bill O'Brien's now gone. You got, the face of your franchise, like, cussed him out last week at practice.
You got that pesky best receiver in the NFL out of there.
He's in Arizona. And then in addition to that, the Dolphins have your first round pick.
And you have a super overrated quarterback.
Here's what's wild.
You think so?
I know so.
You think Deshaun, seriously?
I've never been a Deshaun
really?
Watson fan.
Here's what's wild about what you just said before we get to Deshaun. You get rid of the guy whose baby mamas come hang out and practice with his kids, not bothering anybody. You just don't like the fact that they're there. And everybody's like, and you saying he's the distraction. He's the guy who's the cancer for J.J. Watt to run you up out of town.
Like the number one team guy.
Talk about cutting out the raw cancer. Like you go to the doctor, they cut out the cancer. All right, we got you good.
It was supposed to be the
and
left
then he
leg.
comes
Maybe that's why J.J. did it, though. I mean, J.J.
He's like, I'm tired of this.
Yeah, like he's seeing what D-Hop's doing.
You're getting rid of all the good people.
You're 0-4, and that dude's balling. You really think Deshaun's that overrated?
Yes. I liked him in college, but I knew that he would never be a great NFL quarterback, and he's proven me correct every time. Like, I don't get the whole love fest about him, comparing him to, like, probably, yes. But, like, when people used to compare him to Pat.
Pat what?
Exactly. And even Lamar, I'm like, I don't see that, dude. He doesn't make throws that are anywhere close to the level of Pat, and he's certainly.
What did he get? 40? 40 a year?
Didn't
he just sign?
Yeah, this offseason.
He got an extension.
I mean,
he's never going to win a Super Bowl.
Is he top 10?
Yeah, probably. But you know what I'm saying. People are putting him on the same level as some of those guys. And
no, it's definitely worth the conversation.
111 mil over 4 years. So about 39 a year.
Huh? 111?
Oh my god.
Yep.
111 over 4 years.
156 over 4 years. Sorry.
Okay.
The fly just got trapped in his head.
Yeah, there's a fly all over the internet.
I just saw it in real
he's
time.
in Mike Pence's hair.
Dude, this election is something.
It really is.
This election is unbelievable.
We have to take
Fly lives matter.
Do you think they asked him about it?
Sir, do this to me.
Sir, this is a distraction. Please kill the fly in your head. And he's so gray hair that like the black fly sticks out like a sore thumb. Yeah.
All right, let's take our final break. We'll come back. We'll wrap things up.
Wherever you go, there we are.
I know. I checked online.
1010XL is on your smartphone and tablet. Download our free app for all devices and take us with you around Duval and around the world.
Frank Frangie here for Renewal by Anderson. Folks, for a limited time, buy one window or door and get 40% off, plus no money down, payments, or interest for 12 months. Go to renewalbyanderson.com. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
Florida has over 2,000 miles of shoreline, over 4,000 square miles of lakes, and over 11,000 miles of rivers, streams, and waterways. Which means no matter how big your boat, how bright your life jacket, how loud you shout, finding you in the case of an emergency is going to be difficult. Unless you have an emergency locator beacon. Odds are you'll never need it. But the odds for you are tremendously better if you ever do.
Learn more about emergency locator beacons at myfwc.com. Brought to you by the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission.
Ackerman Urology gives you the home field advantage. Don't trust your sexual health to the internet. Our local urologists treat prostate disease and sexual health issues to ensure your confidence and wellness. Don't ignore symptoms that hold you back. Visit AckermanUrology.com.
Hey guys, you know it's Hicken here, and you know I work late. And you probably heard me talk about my trouble sleeping, man. I toss and I turn, I can't fall asleep. No more, baby. A couple of my friends been telling me, Hicken, get a MyPillow. I'll give it a shot. Let me tell you something. MyPillow is the truth, gang. Googans, the hype is real. The MyPillow patented adjustable fill provides perfect comfort and support so you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. I'll give you another example. BWR, beautiful wife Reagan, when I come in late, she always wakes up. Not anymore. Sound asleep because of MyPillow. Go to MyPillow.com. We got a special buy one, get one free offer for you 1010XL listeners. Use promo code 1010XL. When you get your own custom-made MyPillow, they'll send you another one absolutely free. MyPillow, made in the USA. It's easy to care for. 60-day money-back guarantee. Call them right now. 800-684-5457. That's 800-684-5457. And use promo code 1010XL for buy one, get one free. Check them out at MyPillow.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
In 1919, my great-grandfather founded Catlin as a Studebaker dealership, and now we're the oldest truck accessory store in the U.S. This is Keith Catlin, and I'm proud to be the fourth-generation owner. If you need anything for your truck, van, or SUV, come see us. From Lear toppers to roll-and lock bed covers to trailer hitches and everything in between. Let us take care of all your accessory needs. Quality counts at Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
Hey folks, Hicken here. Did you know the owner of Zero Res Jacksonville started the company 16 years ago? October is their Zero Res birthday. This month, get 3 rooms of carpet clean for only $129. Mention Happy Birthday Zero Res, and I'll throw in the stairs on the hallway for free. That's right, the stairs on me. Just say Happy Birthday Zero Res. Book your appointment today online or just give us a call at 287-5727. Zero Res, man. Spell it forward or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
Like working outdoors and want better pay and benefits? Superior Fence and Rail is seeking full-time fence installers with pay ranging from $16 to $25 an hour and more with commercial experience. Superior Fence and Rail will train you to work with their professional team and provide you with all the tools you need to be a top-notch installer. Get off the fence. Call Superior Fence and Rail today and start your career.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Stay connected to Gainesville with the Florida Gator Report with Lauren Brooks.
Go, Gators!
Brought to you by Darley's Plumbing, where quality counts.
A big win for the Florida Gators.
Get your Gators on 1010XL.
New and pre-owned firearms are in stock at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach. Want a new sidearm or rifle? Brands like Smith & Wesson, Sig Sauer, Beretta, and even new Sky 9mm for $259. Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacks Beach.
AC's broke, it ain't no joke. Call Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. FloridaHomeAC.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
A couple people on the text line. Dom, I saw somebody else, but Dom says Deshaun Watson is a great quarterback. He's not Russell, Rodgers, or Brady, but he's on the next tier. Well, I mean, you forgot. Mahomes.
He's not even Josh Allen, dude.
Oh, whoa.
He's not. Josh Allen's better than Deshaun Watson.
I feel like you just said that to make a statement.
That's a hot
take. Do you really believe that?
I do. I didn't believe it until this season.
Oh,
sorry.
Boy.
Somebody's going to finish in the top 5 in the MVP, and somebody's not going to the playoffs.
I mean, to be honest, I haven't watched a single snap of Houston Texans football this year.
He's never been a good thrower, though. Like,
really? No,
yeah.
I disagree with that. I
watched all their games over the past few years because I always have Hopkins on my fantasy team, and he's never impressed.
No, I do think there's a
Overthrows,
lot.
underthrows.
I do think there's a lot to see without D-Hop what he does in a full season, because D-Hop was a bailout for sure. Who's better, him or Matt Ryan?
I would say Deshaun.
Yeah. I'm just looking through. Like, I do this all the time, but
he's not trash Josh anymore. That's all I'm saying.
Is he the best quarterback in the AFC South?
He's not in the AFC South. Oh, Deshaun?
Yeah.
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 I mean, besides Gardner, of course.
Well, that's a given. By the way, I'm on NFL.com, and one of the headlines is J.J. Watt has no ill will towards Coach O'Brien.
Yeah, you just don't. I mean, that's true. He could like you personally. I just think you're terrible at your job. I think more people should be like that.
That's true.
That's honesty.
Honest.
Yeah. Real quick before we have to go, Daniel Jeremiah did his top 25 rookies. I don't even see our running back on here. Oh, James Robinson's 8.
Facts.
Huh. Ahead of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, by the way.
He should be.
I agree. All right, we got to go. We'll be back tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. And we'll tell you, I guess we'll have to tell you if we think the Jags are going to win. No. But we'll try to tell you. We'll try to make it suspenseful. We'll talk to you guys then. Have a great evening.
I'm Hayes Carlyon. Get news, rumors, and my opinions on your favorite team as they roll through the regular season. Find my blog at 1010XL.com. Brought to you by Roll & Reach Plumbing.
Hey, folks, Rick Ballou here for the Blue Crab House. Yes, they're back up and they are running now, both indoors, outdoors dining. You can still call ahead, order, and pick up at 260-CRAB or 260-2722. Non-seafood items on there as well. You love seafood, though. Oysters, crabs, shrimp, fish, you name it. Jewington Creek Road in San Jose, the one, the only. It's the Blue Crab House. Doors open at 4:30.
Hey Jacksonville, Safety Tom here with Remedy Staff. Concerned about keeping your family safe during these difficult times? We are as well. Wash your hands frequently. Self-monitor. If you have symptoms, self-isolate to keep friends, family, and coworkers safe. Need a doctor? Don't just show up. Give them a heads up. Call the COVID hotline for guidance at 1-866-779-6121. These are just a few quick safety tips from Remedy Staffing, keeping you, your family, friends, coworkers, and our healthcare workers safe in Jacksonville.
When you owe the IRS and can't pay, call J. David Tax Law, a firm right here in Jacksonville, for affordable IRS tax representation. J. David Tax Law can stop any IRS collection action and protect you from financial devastation. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 507-4777. That's 904-507-4777. Or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com.